Alright, welcome back to another Theros 8-4 with Morgan, recording for TheMeadery.org. Meadery.org is really cool. It's like a social networking site, but for magic. The card that I'm immediately drawn to is Leaf Crown Dryad. Leaf Crown Dryad is really good. It's a bear with an upside. There's also Titan of Eternal Fire, which is a 5/6 for 6, which would be fine as well. But there's a lot of good red in here and not a lot of great green. There's no blue in this pack, which is something to keep in mind as we go along. And there's some like okay black, but I think we're just gonna take the emissary, the Leaf Crown Red. Okay, so here we're gonna take the Voyaging Satyr. It tends to go a lot earlier than the Time to Feed and the Sedge Scorpion. There's also Dauntless Onslaught, but I don't think this is like that. It's not really the kind of deck that I like to play. Although there wasn't that much good white either. Yeah, we're gonna take the Voyaging Satyr. I'm not a big fan of green-white in this format. Alright, so here we're gonna take the Prescient Chimera. It's the first good blue card that we've seen, and green-blue I feel is very strong. Yeah, not a lot else to say about that. Here we're gonna take the Nessian Courser. It's a very solid 3-drop for the green decks, and it's nice to have 3-drops. Alright. So here I think we're just going to take another flyer. Flyers are very important in any limited format because if you can block ground dudes all you want with flyers, but they need flyers or reach creatures to block the flyers. So they tend to be very strong. If we pick up things like Voyage's End or Griptide, I will be a very happy lady. Horizon Chimera, also very good in this format. Are we doing another Colossus deck? I think so. Colossus is very good if we can pick up some extra ramp. That's really all I have to say about that. I think we just take the Savage Surge here. It's always nice to have tricks. We're going to take the Ill-Tempered Cyclops, which if we're not playing blue is a very, very good red card. And Titan of Eternal Fire came back, along with another Ill-Tempered Cyclops. I think we're going to take the Titan. It costs a bit more, but it has an upside, so we might not end up playing blue. Basically, right now I'm taking like fatties, although since we already have a Wild Celebrant, I'll just take the Stymied Hopes, rather. Yeah. So we'll kind of see what's open. Having a 5/6 for 6 is with an upside is very good. We could have taken the second Ill-Tempered Cyclops as well. Kind of depends on what we open now to figure out what colors we're playing, although I don't really want to play that. Not a huge fan of Benthic Giant, although a 4/5 hexproof creature is very good in a format that the removal is based on like bounce and stuff like that. Alright, second Benthic Giant, sweet. Alright. Yeah, Titan of Eternal Fire tends to wheel, although I'm not quite sure why. Ooh, Pulse Crusher would be good. Because it just is a huge body. Alright, so the card that we opened here was Daxus of Miletus, which is fine. I don't think we're really in blue yet. I'm going to take the Lightning Strike. It's definitely very good. It beats all of the creatures in this pack, except for Vulpine Goliath. And It's generally a very strong card. Here we have a Nessie Asp and we have a Voyaging Satyr. I think since we already have a Voyaging Satyr, we're going to take the Asp. There's also a Burnish Tart in this pack, which is a pretty good ramp in this format. We have a second Voyaging Satyr here. We also have Nylea's Presence, a Titan Strength, and Arena Athlete. I'm going to take the Voyaging Satyr. Here we have Ordeal of Thassa and Voyage's End. I find that Voyage's End is much better than Ordeal of Thassa. It's more useful. There's also a Satyr Hedonist, but Satyr Hedonists are pretty easy to come by. I think we just want the Agent of Horizons here. Unblockable is pretty big game. We could also take the Opaline Unicorn, which provides mana fixing if we want to run all of this, and also ramp. I think we're just going to take the Agent of Horizons though. Sealock Monster is a fine creature. We could also take the Spear Point Oread. I'll just take the Sealock Monster though. It's a 5/5. That becomes an 8/8, right? So, pretty good. Here we have a really good 4-drop for us. Nylea's Disciple allows us to gain life equal to our devotion to green when it enters the battlefield. And so yeah, we're just going to take that. Temple of Abandon was in that pack, but I prefer Nylea's Disciple to Temples. Which, in addition, lands from Theros aren't exactly expensive anyway. Alright, Sedge Scorpion, that is. We don't really have a lot to do with the Centaur Battlemaster. It is very good. I'd rather have something to do early. At this point, though. Still not sure whether we're playing red or blue. Both of our colors are very strong. But we'll see. We'll see. Something that I'd like to pick up, Karametra's Acolyte. It's very good with monstrous creatures, especially Colossus of Icarus. It can get really nuts really fast. Alright, I guess we take... What do we take? We take the Annul for playing blue. It's a pretty good sideboard card. It counters Colossus of Icarus, I believe. Yep. It counters bestow creatures. Agent of Horizons, in addition, is a human for Titan of Eternal Fire. Alright, so we wield a Titan Strength, which is kind of surprising. So I'm taking that. Vulpine Goliath is very good because of its trample. Satyr Hedonist is fine, especially if we're playing red, then we can get some stuff out of it. And we got past a Yoke Duck. How nice. Alright, so we'll see what we open. Prophet of Kruphix. Blue-green. We're playing blue-green. Unfortunately, we're passing a Leaf Crown Dryad and a Nessian Courser, but Prophet of Kruphix is so strong. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about Prophet of Kruphix. So I guess we're going to take the Burnish Heart here over the Lightning Strike. Although, we could consider playing 3 colors. It might be better to just have the Lightning Strike. Yeah. Lightning Strike, removal is definitely premium in this format. And we picked up Annihilate's Presence, so I'm going to pick that over the Vaporkin. Here I like Spear Point Oread. There's definitely not many stronger cards in the pack. So Prophet of Kruphix might be the only card that we're playing that's blue. Voyage's End is another consideration. Picking up a Karametra's Acolyte right now would be really good, especially with Prophet. Alright, so we didn't really get anything from this pack. I guess we're taking the Unknown Shores here. Because I do want to be able to play creatures, you know. Alright, so here we're going to pick up the Centaur Battlemaster. We do have a couple things to do with it now. Over the Flamespeaker Adept. I think top end is a little bit more important. Here we're going to pick the Traveler's Amulet, I think. Yeah, it's because of the way that the draft went, I think it's important to prioritize fixing. We could pick up a Rage of Perforos. It's not great, but it is removable. We could also pick up a Satyr Hedon and a second Satyr Hedonist. Since it is our second, I'm going to pick up the Rage of Perforos. Here I'm just going to get a Fade into Antiquity. Heat that out. I guess we'll take the Priest of Eros. We did wheel a Minotaur Skullcleaver, which is actually pretty good for us. We don't have as much reach as I'd like, so I'm going to take the Setessan Griffin. It's a 3/2 for 5, but it can become a 5/4. So I really don't want to have to worry about that as much. We're going to take the Sapphire's Warden. Alright, so I think we're going to be green-red splashing for Prophet of Kruphix, and potentially like Voyage's End. What? Okay, so we need our fixing. Maybe. Nope. Yes. Maybe. There we go. We have a deck, guys. So this is a kind of weird deck. I mean, it's actually got a pretty decent curve. In addition, the Spear Point Oread's over here. The Leaf Crown Dryad's over here. And we've got a bunch of removal. Some tricks. Some creatures. Prophet of Kruphix. I love Prophet of Kruphix so much. We could be playing Voyage's End. I'd rather not, though. We could play Colossus of Akros, but I don't think we have enough ramp to make it work. If we play a really grindy deck, then I'll definitely consider putting it in. And we're going to play this Unknown Shores. We're going to add land. We're going to play 1 island. And 5/10 seems like a pretty big split here. So we're going to go 6/9. Because we do have some stuff we want to do early. No, we're going to go 5/10. The reason for this is because most of our mana fixing and our ramp is in green. We have Sedge Scorpion that we want to play early, and we have a lot of double green things, whereas we only have a little bit of like red. So we're going to submit that, and we'll be back for the next round. The first round, rather.